Hi everyone! In this week's video, I'll be sharing with you how I made this cookie cake. I will share the cookie and the cream recipe as well as showing you my method in decorating it. If you are new here, hi, my name is Sonya and this channel is all about my Orthodox Jewish life where I share Shabbat meal preps and Jewish holiday inspirations and general tips and tricks on the many things that we have on our plates as busy working moms. And if you enjoy this type of content, then be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Now let's roll up our sleeves and let's get prepping. Into a food processor, I add in 600 grams of all-purpose flour, 150 grams of almond flour, and 150 grams of powdered sugar. I also add in some cold butter. I'm going to be using 400 grams of that. To make this dairy-free, you could use margarine or betterine or Earth's Balance. Again, pulse that until coarse crumbs form. In a separate bowl, I crack in 2 eggs, a pinch of salt, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Give that all a good mix and place that into the food processor as well and start beating it until a dough forms. And that's it, the dough is ready. I know people are going to ask me if you could use a stand mixer for this, and yes, absolutely you can. You could also do this by hand if you so choose. The dough is going to be very, very mushy and gooey. What I'm going to be doing is placing a plastic wrap onto my kitchen scale because I want to divide this in half so that I can make 2 separate letters with it. If you only have 1 letter, then you can just simply divide this recipe in half. I'm going to separate the 2, place them into a plastic wrap, and put them into the refrigerator for 1 hour to solidify. 45 minutes to an hour later, I take out the dough from the refrigerator and place it on a parchment paper. I roll it out and then I use these number stencils that I got off of Amazon. They're so convenient, it's reusable, and I use a sharp knife and carve out each number. This is also such a great activity to do with younger kids who want to surprise their siblings. So I have my Aviva here, of course, in the kitchen with me. She is my 5-year-old who loves being in the kitchen. So she definitely wanted to participate, and this was a very nice activity for them. After you place the stencil and carve it out, obviously, you remove that stencil and move on to the next number. My twins are turning 10 years old, which was very, very exciting. They're in the double digits, so I am just super happy for them and super proud of them. Wish them a happy birthday in the comments down below. They'll read each and every single one of them. I place each number onto a cookie tray and bake it in a 360-degree oven for 10 to 13 minutes. I carve out an additional 2 numbers again because I'm going to be layering this one more time, one over the other. While the cookies are baking in the oven, I'm going to be using my Rich's whipped cream. I have the 3 small containers over here, placing that into my stand mixer and mixing them up thoroughly. Separately, I made some vanilla pudding. I just followed the instructions on the container. The only different thing that I did is that instead of putting in 2 cups of milk or water in my case, I used just 1 cup because I wanted to make it as thick as possible. This is just to ensure that your actual cream will be stiff and will be able to hold the second layer or the decorations over the top of it. At this point, the whipped cream is perfectly whipped and holds stiff peaks. So I'll be adding in the vanilla pudding now and giving that another good whip, which is just going to make the whipped cream hold its shape much better. Now it's time to assemble the entire thing. I have a cake board here and I placed my whipped cream that we've whipped into this piping bag fitted with this tip. I will have links to everything in the description box in my Amazon storefront. I placed the number onto the cake board, and to just solidify its positioning, I'm going to use some of that cream right on the bottom of the number. And yes, my number did break, as you can all tell, but guess what? No one is going to notice, and no one did. Now I just pipe in these gorgeous peaks right over the top of each number. For the middle portion of the filling, I wanted to do something a little different. So I took out most of the whipped cream and kept a little bit inside of the stand mixer and added in some lotus butter into it. Gave that a good mix and then piped that deliciousness right into the center of the cookie. Add in the second layer of the cookie and repeat the exact same steps with the cream. Now that the cream is all done and filled with the cookies, the fun is about to begin with decorating them. Because my twins are a boy and a girl, I didn't want to make a color theme where it's a blue or a pink, so I decided to stick with a black and white theme. So I went to the store and chose those colors, and that's what actually makes the cookie number cakes so beautiful. When you stick to a certain color palette, it just is a showstopper. There are tons of ways of decorating these number cakes or these tart cakes. Some people don't even add any toppings over the top. They just simply use different colored creams with different tips with piping bags, and that just comes out gorgeous as well. This is just my take on it, and my kids absolutely loved it. They woke up in the morning to the surprise and they were shocked and so happy, which definitely put a huge smile on mommy's face. Well, that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe and tutorial, and don't forget to wish my babies, my big babies, a happy birthday in the comments down below. Happy prepping from my family to yours.